Good evening, friends. Welcome to the channel Indian Bank Wala Banking and Finance related news of 22nd August 2022. Now, this series is primarily focused on banking and finance news for credit officer exam of Bank of India, the written exam for which was held on 21st of August, and for the upcoming interview of the exam. Also, this series is focused towards the similar exams. Similar means credit officer exam or risk officer or other lateral entry exams in the coming months. First news is Bank of Baroda will raise a debt capital of 2500 crores through additional tier 1 bonds in a single or multiple tranches, the bank said in a regulatory filing. It is a type of perpetual debt instrument that banks use to augment their core equity and thus comply with Basel norms. Now, we all know that to comply with Basel norms, the capital to risk weighted assets ratio is 9% in Indian context. So, for that purpose, the bank is raising the capital. Second news is loan defaulters and those facing probe need NOC to invest abroad. Now, the Finance Ministry on Tuesday said that it made tougher for loan defaulters and those facing probe by investigative agencies. Now, probe means search which is going on by investigative industries to invest in overseas entities. They will now have to secure a NOC from their lenders, from the banks, before making overseas investments, which is a good news because some parties who have loaned from the borrowers, from the lenders, for example, say Union Bank or SBI or any other bank, and they are investing in foreign countries, but they are not repaying the loan to the bank. So for that purpose, this Department of Economic Affairs has come out with new norms in which it is said that NOC has to be obtained from the lenders before investing in overseas entities. Mortgage property e-auctioning portal of public sector banks to get a makeover with plans to make all the processes in the auctioning life cycle seamless and more user friendly. A mobile application is also being envisaged. So mobile application also they are working upon it for the auctioning process. This was based on the public sector banks properties was developed based on the directives and policies of Department of Financial Services. Now all these policies in the bank are being implemented by Department of Financial Services. All these public sector banks, for them the nodal ministry is Ministry of Finance, and under Ministry of Finance the Department of Financial Services is being the nodal department. Public sector banks are likely to raise additional tier 1 capital to meet their business growth requirement this year, unlike in financial year 2022 when they raised capital to meet their rollover requirements according to ratings firm. Now, additional tier 1 bond issuance are likely to fall to around 20,000 crore in financial year 2023 from all-time high of nearly 43,000 crore last fiscal. So this is an important news to be kept in mind. In a bid to promote ease of doing business, the Finance Ministry on Sunday notified the consolidated rules for overseas investment by Indian entities. The Foreign Exchange Management Overseas Investment Rules 2022 said will subsume extent regulations pertaining to overseas investments and acquisition of transfer of immovable properties, Indian Regulations 2015. In view of evolving needs of businesses in India in an increasingly integrated global market, there is a need of Indian corporates to be a part of global value chain. The revised regulatory framework for overseas investment provides for simplification of existing framework for overseas investments. Now, another news is that the Kerala and UP lag as gross state domestic product of 19 states exceed pre-COVID levels in 2022. The economies of 19 states and UTs in financial year 2022 emerged from the shock of COVID pandemic and exceeded their pre-coronavirus levels. However, there are two states, Kerala and Uttar Pradesh, whose state domestic product continued to be below the pre-COVID levels. Now this is important because you are going for BOI credit officer exam. So BOI collaborates with IREDA to explore opportunities in ESG business. ESG is environmental, social, governmental business. Now, Bank of India and Indian Renewable Energy Development Agency on Monday announced a partnership in co-lending, co-origination and loan syndication in renewable energy segment, among others. The MOU was signed at the headquarters of Bank of India, which is in Mumbai, on 27 or 22nd of August, in presence of AK Das, who is the MD and CEO of Bank of India, and PK Das. So both are Das, AK Das and PK Das. PK Das IRDA CEO and CMD for Bank of India is AK Das. So they both signed an MOU on their part. IREDA is a mini Ratna government enterprise. The company was established as an NBFC in 1987 to promote an extension of financial assistance to projects related to new and renewable energy resources and energy conservation. Equity market links with cryptos up 10x since pandemic. The interconnectedness between Indian equity markets and crypto assets has increased nearly tenfold since the advent of the COVID-19 pandemic, IMF observed in a blog post. So it is said that in the past few years, Asian countries led by India, Vietnam, Thailand witnessed a steep rise in crypto ownership, leading to the scenario where the correlation between the equity market performance and crypto asset performance have increased. Now this is important. This is an idea which you should remember. Accordingly, authorities in Asia and are increasingly being sensitive to the rising risk posed by crypto as adoption continues to spread. They have therefore dialed up their focus on crypto regulation. Auto part companies turnover hits 5-year high of 4.2 lakh crore. 4.2 lakh crore. Auto part companies are like Minda and Bosch, and also battery companies like Exide and Amaraja. They are all auto parts. Also tire related companies, MRF, Apollo, all these companies come under auto parts or ancillary companies. So bouncing back to the pre-COVID levels, the auto component industry clocked its highest turnover in the 5 years, which is 4.2 lakh crores. Yes, the surge was fueled by buoyant exports of the 1.4 lakh crore. Why this huge demand? It is due to the surge in exports. So this was the basic important news for today related to banking and finance. In the group, I have been asked certain questions regarding the cutoff. See, I would like to again reiterate that it is not a time to fret over the cutoff, but still, as per the past trend, the cutoffs had been, now cutoff when I am talking about the only the cutoff in professional knowledge part. Professional knowledge part, it has been 45, 48 and 53 as per my knowledge in the last 3-4 years. uh, but the thing to remember here is that the vacancies in those years was 130 to 90 to 130, but this time the vacancy has been over 4, around 484. So cutoff may go down up to 40 plus, because below 40 they cannot go. The reason is simple, that 40 means 20%. 40 out of 100 means 20 out of 50. So I do not think they will go below 40%. So that is why I am saying, now if you have attempted 25 plus in the professional knowledge, I think you will get the interview call. Regarding the new vacancies, upcoming vacancies, so there are many banks which recruit every year, like Union Bank of India. In every 12 to 18 months, they have a credit officer scale 1 exam or forex officer exam. So that is awaited, and other than that, also other banks are there. Some private players like Federal Bank. Now Bank of Baroda has also started after a long time. Now Bank of Baroda, why I am saying is that in the recent IBPS PO vacancies which are being declared, there was no vacancy by Bank of Baroda. So we can hope that Bank of Baroda will also come with the credit officer vacancy soon. Now what to do now? You have to keep on preparing. You have to keep on focusing on important banking related news. Why banking related news? Because you want to be a banker, and it is important for three purposes. One is again interview, second is your knowledge in the banking industry will enhance, and third is it will help you in your preparation. Now in these specialist officer exam, the general knowledge is primarily focused on the banking and finance related news. Those who have attempted this paper of Bank of India credit officer exam, they may know that what I am talking about. So all the best, good luck, and keep preparing. Any queries, you may always contact me on my Telegram channel. You can search it, the Indian Bank wala, and we'll try to incorporate those doubts. And soon I will be launching a new course for interview preparation. About myself, I have been working as a credit officer in a credit manager in a bank. I was recruited as a credit officer in one of the PSBs. Now I am working as a credit manager. I have been writing the exams since last 4 years. I may or may not join the other banks, but I keep on writing the papers for two purposes. One, it keeps me in the practice and enhances my knowledge of what is going on in the industry. And second is that whenever I get a good opportunity, I will definitely join. So good luck guys, and please subscribe to the channel, press the bell icon, and like, share and subscribe. Now I am aiming for at least 50-60 likes in this video, because if I do not get likes and subscriptions and views, it does not, I do not think that I am adding value to your preparation, and that is why I am asking for it. It doesn't cost you money. So please like, share, subscribe and press the bell icon. Any other queries, you may contact me on my Telegram channel. Thank you and have a good day.